Assalamu alaikum. Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is just an introduction to the channel and what I will be doing. So I am starting or restarting my journey in learning the Arabic language. I've been studying it since like high school and many other different languages as well, and it's been kind of on and off and different life things happening, and so now I decided to restart again. So I decided to record it, and whoever wishes, you can come along the journey with me. So within these 10 years of studying on and off, I definitely learned different things and different tips and tricks and different mistakes that I was making, things that I could have done better. So I'm hoping to apply the new wisdoms that I learned, and hopefully this go around things will be more smooth and better. Definitely, I don't think it will be without mistakes. I will probably make mistakes along the way. However, it's part of the journey. So some of the things that I've learned is to take my time, not to rush, not to get so excited and rush and do too much at once. Also, one of my biggest takeaways and what I'm hoping to do differently this time is to leave all of the science when it comes to language, leave all of that alone. So grammar, all of those things, leave all of that alone. One big thing that I think I took away from the years of making mistakes is that basically to take it back to the basics, how we learned language when we were kids and growing up, when we were 1 year old and even before 1 year old, just repetition. It was all about repetition and hearing the words and sentences over and over again. We didn't sit down and study about verbs or sentence structure. We just repeated and talked and repeated ourselves, and we made the mistakes. We conjugated the verb wrong when we were 1 year old and speaking to our parents. And then our parents corrected us. And the next time we said it wrong again, and they corrected us. And then we said it wrong again, and then they corrected us. And then we finally got it. So that's one of my biggest takeaways, and one of the biggest things I'm doing differently this time is to leave all of the grammar and the science of language, leave all of that alone and just focus on just learning how to say stuff. How do I say this? How do I say that? And coupling that with vocabulary. So alongside of learning how to say different sentences, I will also focus on vocabulary, because when you want to say the sentences, you need vocabulary. You need to have, your vocabulary bank. So those are my two main focuses, is vocabulary and just translating sentences, learning how to say this, how to say that, and leaving all of the grammar and all of the science all the way until the end, until I can speak the language, hopefully, inshallah. And that can even be 1 year from now, 2 years from now, all the way to the end. That's my plan. So yeah, this is just an introduction video as we go along in the journey. I will be explaining different things, inshallah. So, get comfortable and, yes, let's go along on this journey. Another big thing I learned is to just keep going. Sometimes when I hit a roadblock or make a little mistake, I will stop. For example, even right now, I was able to get a good, a comfortable place to study. On the table, I have my tea. Yesterday it was not like that. Tomorrow it might not be like that. I might be sitting in the middle of the kids and a bunch of people, and we're just all sitting on the couch, and I just take out my book and study in the middle of the noise. Before, if any little thing is different, I lost my highlight or something, I'm just like, oh, things are not going correctly, and I just give up. But this time my motto is 10 minutes a day. That's all it takes. So, even if I'm in the middle of chaos, just sit down for 10 minutes and do something, do anything. And, you do that every day, and you move, and you will go further and further. No matter how slow, you will still go further. Before, maybe if I made a specific plan, every day do this, and then I missed the day, I would say, oh, things are not going correct. I missed one day, I missed 2 days. This time, I'm trying to throw all of that in the garbage. Even if life happens and I happen to miss a week, I come back on the 8th day and sit down and start as if nothing happened. Before, even if I would get myself to do that, when I come and sit back down on the 8th day, because I'm just rushing, and I'm thinking of all of how far I could have been in those 8 days, whether I'm doing 5 words a day. So in these 7 days that I missed, I could have had 35 words. So when I come to sit down on the 8th day, I try to get all 35 words instead of just doing the 5 a day. I'm trying to throw all of that in the garbage. No rush. Just stick to the plan. If something happens and it diverts the plan, don't change the plan and try to take on more than I can. Just continue on with the plan. So if tomorrow I can't get comfortable with my tea, do it without my tea. If I lose my pencil tomorrow, use a pen. These are many of the mistakes I made in the past, and many of the things that I learned is to just keep going and stick to the plan. Also, not to stick to the plan so rigidly. If something happens and I have to change the plan, then improvise. If I couldn't do 10 minutes today because I have to go somewhere, but I have 5 minutes, do it for 5 minutes. If I do 3 different things in my study session and I won't have the chance to do 2 of them for some reason, maybe 2 of them I need my computer and I don't have my computer, I gave it to someone, do the one thing that I can do the 2 things another day. So stick to the plan and don't be so rigid. Improvise. That's another mistake I used to make, and that's another big thing I'm hoping to change this time. So as we go along, I will explain the different things, but this is just a summary of some of the things that I've learned that I think was stopping me from progressing before. And yes, these are some great wisdoms that I learned and that I realized were roadblocks for me, and I want to change them this time around. So the next video will be the first lesson, and you guys can follow along with me. You can do exactly what I do, the exact way that I'm doing it if you want, and come along this journey with me. So I already started on the journey, so these are just some examples that we will get to it in the first video, but these are just some examples. So I have like 15 words that are nouns specifically, and then I have 70 phrases, just different phrases or sentences, and then I have a lesson, just a random video I saw on YouTube. I made that my lesson. So then same thing. Then it's pronouns, 70 phrases, and then a lesson. and then it's verbs, 70 phrases, a lesson. So I'm not doing only one part of speech, nouns, and then just try to get so many nouns and forget everything else, because in a sentence is made up of many parts of speech. So this is how I'm tackling it this go around. So in my next video, we will start. And may we succeed. Inshallah. Ameen.